What's up, people? One Up Punch here. Picked up this game called Dungeons of Aether for about $14 on Steam. There's about 4 classes or heroes you could choose from, being the first one Fleet, the second one Slade, the third one Samir, and the fourth one is Artemis. And they have their own respective different types of mechanics, as well as their own different types of abilities and skills. But essentially, this game is that it goes off of dice, and you're trying to defeat your opponent that has a higher value, or if you have a higher value than they do. Say, for example, if you have a higher attack value than their defense. If you have a 7 and they have 5 defense, then you can go ahead and hit them with whatever damage you were going to do, like snipe or strike, do 1 or 2 hearts worth of health, and try to defeat them as much as possible. For example, if they want to do a attack on you, and you have a higher defense than their attack, then they can't break through. But if they do decide to go and do more, say, damage dice on the attack, and they have a higher attack than your defense, then you'll take that 1 or 2 hearts worth of damage. Accuracy is, as long as you have accuracy in there, you'll be able to use the abilities like strike or guard to attack. Same thing for speed. If you have a higher speed than they do, you'll be able to attack first before the enemy or opponent has any time to react to it. So essentially, you're trying to beat them before they have any time to attack you or do any damage. They have their different type of colored dice as well. For example, accuracy is green, speed is blue, defense is gray, and attack is red. They have their different types of mechanics, like Slade has a purple one that changes the dice, but if it's gold, it's basically a stamina dice is what they call it, and you can put it in any of the other different types of skills, like speed, accuracy, defense. It can go anywhere. And then you have these different types of mini games that allow you to open up chests or fight bosses. For example, this guy here that has like a bulldozer. And the game, again, is pretty damn fun. I mean, it is a roguelike, meaning that there is like roguelike elements. There's going to be items you pick up, potions you use for higher attack on dice rolls, or being able to increase your defense so that you don't take damage. If it does meet the required attack slash defense, then I think it still goes through regardless. So it's always the best idea to have something to protect yourself, or dice to keep for getting that higher guard value. And guard, I didn't really understand at first either, because it did say that it was a +3 defense, but instead of being instantaneously, it's for the next turn. Rather, using react when you get +2 defense and you attack them doing 1 damage for their heart health. And that's instant. So kind of read and see what the different types of abilities do. Like, I think snipe, for example, if I hit them, I do 1 heart of damage, but they lose -2 on all their different types of stats. So the game has different variety when it comes down to the different builds and different types of attacks you do. And they do look pretty fun when it comes down to the animations. Like Snipe explodes and does this like X move on it. Slade has his different moves with his sword. And I really haven't tried Hamir very much, or Artemis, while doing the dailies. But right now it seems like the most fun I'm having is the campaign, trying to unlock everything, new skills, new abilities, and new characters to mess around with in the game. The other thing I forgot to mention is when you get into the map, kind of like the roguelike elements to where you're finding chests or people, there's these people that are kind of like unconscious or sleeping, talking about how they'll pay for a bunch of money on food or water or something else, and they'll give you gold and some items that are pretty much worth grabbing. I got a legendary and epic in a couple of runs. But essentially, if you like dice rolling and fantasy type stuff where you have essentially different types of abilities like stealing gold and doing 1 damage, or sprinting will allow you to do more focus and speed, and they have like their own different types of move sets. It's a very fun game to play, and for under $15, I do recommend people trying it at least. But anyway, I've been One Nut Punch, and this has been another video. Thanks for watching as per usual. This has been just my experience so far playing Dungeons of Aether. And I gotta say, I do like the aesthetic of the game. I like the way that it plays using the dice as getting higher stats to defeat your opponent, either quickly or if it does take a while, it's still pretty fun to look at. Anyway, like I said, thanks for watching the video. And if you want to go pick it up, it is on Steam for about $14. I think the regular asking price is $15. But you should go check it out anyway. I'll see y'all later.